and welcome. I am so glad for today. More than ever before, I need a monthly reset, and so I'd love for you to spend it with me. We're gonna kind of look back at the last month, but then kind of just go through our house. We do some things every single month, and then some other things just to set ourselves up for success for the next month, and then we'll talk about some kind of goals and intentions. If you're new, my name is Melissa, and I'm really glad that you're here. So the reason that I need this one especially is just because of what we went through over the last month. So I actually, on this channel, I try to do a monthly reset every month. I did not do that for July. If you watched my last video that I shared, my husband and I went through a disrupted adoption, which just briefly what that means is like we were planning to adopt. The mom even signed the paperwork, and then she changed her mind, revoked her signature, and then just like that, nothing, really our life did not change at all, but we feel like we went through such a life-changing experience through everything. So that was the end of June. Like at the end of June, really, I kind of like abandoned my goals. I didn't care about anything in life anymore except I was going to be a mom, and I was like, drop everything, let's go. And then July 3rd, I think, is when we found out she revoked her signature. And so, theoretically, we could have just, okay, let's set some goals for July, but we were not in that headspace. We very much went through a grieving process. Sometimes we still feel like we're in it. Sometimes we feel great. We're just kind of going through this. I don't know. We're figuring that out. And so, yeah, July was kind of a wash. We tried to, and when I say we, by the way, sorry, I mean my husband and I, Chris. So we kind of talked each week to kind of check in and say what's one or two things that we can try to focus on. But otherwise, we just didn't have the capacity to do anything more than that, So instead of starting this video by looking back at July, like I really can't do that. I didn't have goals for July. June was like so long ago and I don't even remember. Those don't really seem relevant, so we're going to skip that part. One thing I can say is looking back at July, like I'm so thankful. I want to be thankful for the experience and really try to look at like what did we get out of this. And honestly, like it was very cool to go through something with my husband like this. Like we were able to lean on each other, grow, and kind of like learn how to show up for each other when we're also hurting, that was a really great thing. So I can be thankful to that experience, like just for that. I'm trying to focus on that, growing in our faith, like really leaning on God's word instead of just our own thoughts that come into our head, So that was really good, and I will be thankful for that. But now looking ahead, I am so ready for a fresh start. Like we finally feel like we have some energy, some momentum. We can actually work out again without feeling so tired. We can clean our house, and there's so much that I want to do in August just because I finally feel a little bit of life back in me. Also, a lot of these jobs that I want to get done today, I skipped them for July because we were so busy. And so they definitely need to be done, okay? So one thing I do is I have kind of a running list. I can put this list here. So some of these jobs I do every single month. It's just nice to kind of, some of these jobs it's hard to know when to do them. So I've found that if I just do it at the beginning of the month, it gets done. I can enjoy that, and then I don't have to think about it. So like wash the duvet cover. Now that means it's been 2 months since that's been done, so we need to do that. I have to give the dogs their flea and tick medicine. I'm gonna wash my ring and my makeup brushes, but I might save that for tomorrow because I want them to be fully dry when I use them again, and I think I'm gonna use them tonight and then in the morning tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to wait and wash those after, but anyway. And then I need to actually take some time to set those goals for August. I haven't actually set them yet. I need to think about that. Clean out my vacuum filter. I always forget about that until I'm like, why is our vacuum not working? Same with dishwasher filter, but I crossed that one out for this current month because currently our dishwasher is broken. And so we have to wait. We had to order the new one and it's not in yet. So yeah, we've been learning about hand washing dishes and how fun that is. But who am I kidding? We also have been learning about paper plates and, avoiding dishes. So that's good too. I said vacuum dog beds, but honestly what I mean is I have this little like lint roller thing. I just want to get rid of some of the hair on the dog beds as much as I can. And then vacuum the stairs, rotate the dog toys so that he has some fresh dog toys, without us having to actually go and buy new ones. And then tonight, I think my husband and I will have our goals meeting. So I have that in there as well. Now, the rest of these jobs that are on my to-do list for today, these are jobs I took a second before starting this video and I went through the house to look for anything that could be done. There are things that we kind of become blind to and it just becomes normal, and so then we don't do it. A lot of times we have like a bench right by our door to the garage and we'll put things there so that we know to take them. Like for example, something that needs to be returned to the store, we'll put it on that bench. But then we walk past it day after day after day and we don't return it. So taking a second once a month to just kind of look for those things, or look for like a mess that's become normal, or look for whatever it is. So here's what I came up with today. I have a bridesmaid's dress that I need to try on. I wasn't feeling the most confident about my body, and so when it came in the mail, I just sort of put it to the side. And I just need to try that on. Like I have to do that and then hang it up somewhere. So that needs to be done. Cleaning off the baseboards. When we were planning to adopt, I went crazy, like getting the house so clean because I thought, oh, here we go, And so I started this job, but I didn't finish it, and it just is in my head. Like it feels unfinished, like unresolved. And I would like to. I really enjoy getting those cleaned off. And so it's like half the house is done. I need to do the rest. My plants need watered, so I just went ahead and threw that on for today. We bought several, I should say books and DVDs from thrift stores. And then they still have their stickers on. And I've been meaning to do that and get them all off and like clean that off, but I haven't yet. So I thought today would be a good day to do that. And then we have a calendar on our refrigerator for the month, but then also like the weekly meals. And I just thought, let's start fresh. Let me update that and get it all set up and ready. And then we had one return, like I was talking about. It's actually in my car right now. So we should be good to go. As soon as we actually go to the store, we can return that. I think it's an Amazon return, so we just need to go to, I think Kohl's will be able to do that for us. But anyway, that is everything that I want to accomplish today. I maybe won't get through everything, so I'm trying to think of like what is priority and what do I want to really make sure I get done. It's like 2:30 right now. I might start cooking dinner at like 5:30. That gives me like 3 hours, but I want to work out as well. So we're going to just see how much we can get done. Okay. I do think I want to start with the jobs that might take a while. So like the duvet cover, I want to get that in the wash so that then it can be dry. What else might take a second? Honestly, maybe cleaning out the vacuum filter, because those will be like wet, and then I want to let them dry before we use the vacuum again. So that also needs to be number 2. Okay. And then we'll see what else, but okay, let's get to it. Okay, well these stickers are taking so much longer than I thought they would. I think I need to, hopefully as I get into a rhythm with it, it'll speed up, I don't know. But I might have to do this, like I wanted to get some steps in today too, so I might do, I feel like this could be a job that I do while I'm kind of pacing around. I don't know. Okay, I got a lot done. I totally, though, I cleaned out the vacuum filter and then realized that vacuum the stairs is on my list, so I should have done that backwards. But what else? I still need to actually sit down and like set my goals for August, so I need to do that. I kind of want to focus on that though. I don't think I can multitask while I do that. And I still need to work out. So it's been very productive so far. I don't know about baseboards. That was ambitious. That might be a thing that I do for August, but it doesn't necessarily make the video. I'm sorry. Because I know you were all dying to see my clean baseboards. Oh, sorry. But anyway, I am having a really great time getting this done. I just wish it was a little bit faster. I don't know how to avoid this. I kind of like the places that don't put stickers on them. Like there are thrift stores that just have a sign that's like, every DVD is this price. And then they don't have to put stickers on things, or same with books. I love that. Instead, these have like the most stickers. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this, but then we'll check in a little bit. Okay, I have to show you just one thing that's working. If you let it soak for a little bit with, I guess I haven't talked about this, I'm using the Goof Off Adhesive Gunk Remover Gel, so it feels very appropriate for sticker removal. But if I spray it and just kind of like leave it for a little bit, then like I've had this one soaking for a while, then it comes off a lot faster. So things are moving now, okay? We're cooking. Plus I decided to bring over YouTube. I'm watching a YouTube video while I do it, drinking my pre-workout because I always forget about it and I need that to kick in so that I actually work out. So we're doing great. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Underrated. Daddy's Home is hilarious. And then Daddy's Home 2, one of the best Christmas movies. Just so funny. Okay, sorry for I don't love a ponytail on camera, but we're here. Okay. I feel so good. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. I'm finally ready. I keep kicking the camera. I just feel like ready to finally have goals. I'm a person who loves goals. I love a checklist. I love checking things off that don't need to be like, I'll put down the littlest thing just so I can have the thrill of checking it off. I love setting intentions and like tracking data and like, speaking of, are you a data or data person? I think I always say data, but anyway, okay. I am that person, but last month just wasn't, I didn't feel like myself. I let a lot of things go to just focus on healing and grieving, and that was good. I think that's a good thing to do, and to take the time and to say, this is more important, But I'm ready to feel like myself again, and that includes setting some goals. So first thing I did is went through the month and the calendar, and just to see what we have going on. I'm doing something new where I'm actually trying to kind of focus on setting some goals for YouTube. So far I haven't wanted to do that because I don't want it to be less fun or enjoyable. But like I just said, I like having those goals and setting a schedule and trying to stick to it. That's fun to me. So why not do that with my YouTube as well? So I have that on there, and then filled in what we have going on. And then, okay, I'll just briefly go through it. I know you don't know my schedule, but as I talk about some of this, you'll need to know. So I do have a bachelorette weekend in August. I forgot what month it was, in August. And that's gonna be a very stretching thing for me because I only know the bride and like not that well, like we're recently like becoming friends. And so I did it again. I'm sorry I keep kicking you. So anyway, that's going to be a growing time for me and I'm actually excited. I'm trying to really focus on like, this is good for me. This is out of my comfort zone and I'm just gonna go and do my best and try to be confident. Anyway, and then I also have, with my husband's family, we're going to Gulf Shores for a weekend. And so again, it's a little bit, it's his family. I'm very comfortable with them, but right now I don't feel like the most confident in my body in a swimsuit, but we're going to try to do our best and like really focus on the memories and the people we're with and not the little things that I notice that no one else does about my body, you know? So that'll be good too, and that will be growing. We're gonna go see Spider-Man. My husband has his birthday this month, so we've got that too. And then I actually am transitioning out of the job that I have currently, and I will be going back to substitute teaching. So I don't think I've mentioned that on here yet, because this is kind of a recent thing, and I just took like a month off of my channel here. Won't happen again, hopefully. I don't know. It was just, yeah. Enough about that. Anyway, so currently I work, well, okay, no, let me back up. I needed to kind of like quit my job when we thought we would be adopting. Even like I had to sign a paper that said I won't work for 2 months, and then it's not really a job where I can take 2 months off and they'll just like hold my spot. Like that would be not good. And then the hours that I had wouldn't work if we had childcare or if I wanted to try and stay home more. Like it just wasn't a good fit if we had kids in the house anyway. But when the adoption fell through, you know, I could have, like he had already started, he had posted, my boss had already posted the job. He had already started interviewing people even. And it just felt like it was a lot to ask everyone that I work with to be ready for me to quit. And then I didn't. But like when it does happen, Lord willing, we will adopt someday. And if we do, I'm not going to be able to give them very much notice. And it's going to be like that. It's going to be a scramble and it's going to be, I don't know, weird. And I just thought, why don't you just go ahead and find a replacement? Now you have more time, like I'm here. So he had plenty of time to find the right person, for me to kind of like train the people that I work with and all this kind of stuff. And anyway, it just felt like the right time so that hopefully when we do adopt, it's not as stressful, because it's always a lot, always. It's happened like twice where we kind of thought it was going to happen and my workplace had to be ready. But each time it's so stressful trying to focus on work and like really get them set up for success. But also in my mind, I'm getting ready to become a parent and like that's a whole thing, and trying to do both at the same time was really hard. Even though it never amounted to anything, like hopefully someday it will. And so anyway, it just made sense for us. We said, go ahead and find a replacement. By the school year, I would like to be back to substitute teaching. I did it before for years and loved it. And then with substitute teaching, you can stop on a dime because you just don't take any more jobs, you know, and it's a system that is very easy to like handle. If I'm not gonna be there, they have a whole pool of people that they can ask to be there for me, kind of thing. So I think it will be good, and that's something that I can do hopefully like part-time or full-time or whatever if we have kids, and I can kind of have that school schedule when the kids are in school. I don't know. There's a lot of maybe positives about that I'm excited about. Enough rambling out of me. That's coming up this month. Okay, so then what I did is I looked and I thought, what are the items, like what are the actual to-dos that I need to do this month for the things that we have? So I'd like to schedule, like I said, I have all these ideas for my YouTube videos and some shorts maybe. I want to plan those out, you know. I do need to get some items of clothing for the bachelorette weekend. So I need to plan a day to go shopping. Otherwise it's going to sneak up on me and I'm going to be stressed that I don't have that. Also, my husband and I share a vehicle right now. Like, he has a work truck, but on the weekends we share a vehicle. So I need to plan how I'm going to get to the gal's house for the bachelor. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I just need to plan the ride and actually schedule that and make a decision. We need to buy our Spider-Man tickets. I need to shop probably for some stuff to take with us to Gulf Shores. Just make sure I have what I need for a weekend at the beach. I haven't asked anyone to watch our dogs yet for that weekend. Sometimes we use, oh my gosh. I cannot stop kicking the camera. I'm so sorry. Anyway, usually sometimes we can use his family, but his whole family will be with us in Gulf Shores. So I need to line that up and make sure I have someone to watch our dogs. I need to buy my husband's birthday gift, which first I need to decide what I'm getting him, but I need to write that down and make sure I have a deadline in case I need to have anything shipped. Like, I need to make that decision. To get ready for subbing, I need to finish my mandatory reporting training and then make sure then I get my license, then I can apply for the job and start grabbing jobs. To get ready for subbing, I think I need a new lunchbox and like a bag to take with me each day. And then I want some new work clothes too. I just want some fresh stuff, especially I think some shoes, pants, and tops. No, I need it all. I just feel like I really need some new things, and like it's a good chance for me to, like, a fresh start, I'm excited about that. I said haircut ? I really do probably need one, and so this might be a good time, like before I start the job, to just get it and do that. And then I wrote baseboards on here too because I didn't get to it today, and so I thought that could be just a goal that sometime in August I want to get all of those done and have it done. So those are just all of my to-dos. I'm not gonna move anymore. Okay. I'm a statue. I'll just lean the upper part of my body and I won't move my feet. Okay. I will put over here, I actually wrote down just a few goals, and then we'll talk about like big picture intentions too, because I think those are different things. So goals, this is kind of specific. I looked at the calendar and I realized a lot of these days I'm going to be at the mercy of like eating what other people have to provide. Like, we're going to be eating out, we're going to be on a trip, we're going to be out of town or whatever, celebrating. So those days I can't necessarily stick to my meal plan or like my macros or whatever. But I have about 20 days in the month of August that I could. So that's my goal. 20 days of perfect eating, whatever that means to me, I would like to average 12,000 steps a day. I really think I can. I'm loving getting my steps in and walking. But if it's not a goal, I don't do it. And so a goal, 12,000 on average. And then I want to have my first like substitute teaching job assigned to me in this month. So around here, I live in Iowa. I don't think I've said that yet, but in Iowa, and in especially the district that I'm in, the first day of school is August 24th. I'm curious too, because that varies widely, I think, depending on where you live. But August 24th is the first day of school. And obviously the first week is not a huge week for subbing. Like, no one's taking a vacation that week. Teachers aren't trying to just like take a personal day. It's really just if people are sick or something like that. And so I don't necessarily have to work in August, but I want to have a day that I've already grabbed and like it's on the books, if that makes sense. And then, like I said, baseboards. I want to get that done in August. And then one thing I'm trying to do for my books, so just with all the life crazy, again, it's been a big deal in my life, so I'm going to talk about it. But reading took a very, very backseat. And then I'm trying to get back into it and get into a rhythm. And I thought it would be good to actually set a goal of like, what are the actual books that I think I'm going to read this month? Sometimes I'm just at the mercy of like whatever I feel like or what's available on Libby, and I have like kind of no idea what's coming up. But I think I have an idea for this month. I'm gonna try to read these specific books because I think they're available or I currently own them. So number one, The Elite. That's the hard copy, or like hard copy? What's it called? It's a paperback, but like physical book. Physical book. That's the word. That's the phrase. Oh my gosh. I can't talk. Okay. The physical copy of a book that I own, The Elite. So I know I have that. I have access to that. I can read that this month. I just have not been because it's like, I read that before bed, and lately I've been on my phone, which is not good. So we're going to stop doing that, and we're going to finish this book. Then The Strength of the Few. This is a book that I have on my Kindle. Technically, it's been returned, but I put my Kindle in airplane mode so that I would have access to it. So far so good. I really hope I can finish that book before it like somehow expires. But for right now, it's in airplane mode and it's still on my Kindle. So fingers crossed. Pride and Prejudice, I started this and then life got crazy. I mean, I've read it before, but this, I don't know, it was fun to reread. And so I'm only like a third of the way through it maybe, and I'd like to finish that. And then Theo of Golden, I don't have access to this book, but I'm in a book club and I need to finish it by August 24th. So that's a book where like if I don't get it for free, I actually need to buy it. That's kind of a priority. So it's on the list because I need to make it happen. Okay, my battery totally died. I'm so sorry. So I don't know where it cut me off. I know I need to read Theo of Golden because it's for a book club, and that's on August 24th, which go me, because that was out of my comfort zone too, that I signed up for a book club where I only know 2 of the gals and not that well, and then several more that I don't know. But anyway, however I need to do that book, I obviously need to get that done and get that read this month. So those are my book goals for August, and I'm excited about that. Then just real quick, my big picture intentions for this month are health and then pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. So health, I want that to be a priority because finally, like I need it to be because it hasn't been for the last like month and a half. So it's time to get back on track. I feel my best when I'm focused on that and when I have intention behind that. So focusing on health. Now, there will be a balance because obviously we have a lot to celebrate and times when we won't be eating the best or even working out or whatever, but on the days that I can, I need to make sure that happens. And then the other thing is just pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. Like that's gonna happen with this bachelorette weekend, with being at the beach or whatever, you know, even like starting this new job and quitting the one and, you know, doing all that, that's gonna be pushing myself and going to the book club and, you know, being just willing to be the new person or be, like I said, like uncomfortable. I think that's okay. And to do it anyway, and to do it and say, yeah, this might be bad. It might just be weird and awkward. It might be quiet or whatever, like, but we're going to do it anyway. And that's good for me. So I'm excited about that and trying to like look at it that way. Like, hey, this is good for me instead of dreading it, you know, if that makes sense. So anyway, even like YouTube shorts, I'm trying to start doing those and that's uncomfortable for me. Like I don't know. It's okay to do it and be bad at it and then you're going to learn as you go. And that's what I'm trying to practice. So anyway, okay. That is August. Let me see. Did I tell you that I put the duvet cover in the dryer and then hopefully before I get too tired tonight, we'll actually put it on the bed because that's the worst. And then tomorrow I need to wash my makeup brushes. Hey, I set my August goals. Check. Hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll vacuum the stairs. Tonight I'll do the goals meeting with Chris. Oh, I can check off remove labels from books. Baseboards, I mean, it kind of counts. I'm putting it as a goal for August, so I'm sure it will get done. And then the rug is in the car. That's the best I can do for now. Hopefully when I'm with Chris, we can run it to the store and return it. So Yay! I feel so good. I don't know about you. I would love to know if you have some goals for August specifically. And then also, this is a total tangent, but I am playing around with Notion for kind of like a place to put all of like so many things that I like to keep track of and write lists for, and right now my phone, like the notes app is just full of like random stuff, and I kind of would like it to all be in one place organized, and it seems like Notion could be the way to do that. If you use it and have any tips or like maybe like places to go to learn about Notion, I'm trying to figure out like where to start. I'm kind of overwhelmed. Please let me know, or just how you use it, what you use it for. I don't know. I feel like it has huge potential to be useful for me in my life and the way that I like to look at data and just make lists and keep track of different things. But I just haven't learned about it yet. So if you have any tips for me, please tell me all you know about Notion. But anyway, okay. And then, first of all, thank you for being here today and spending today with me. I needed this. Hopefully it was helpful to you too, if you were just like listening while you got some chores done, or if you're also thinking about setting some goals for August. But this is what we kind of do around here, just real life, very down to earth practical. I will do a declutter this month because I skipped it last month, so I really owe you guys. So we'll do that, and then I've got some other fun stuff planned for this month. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll hang out again next time. Bye guys.